Yo! We back. We episode 3. It's the Bak Blok Podcast.
I ain't worried.
Come on.
Damn thing. Niggas steady frontin' when them things come out, they don't want nothing. I ain't worried about damn thing. Getting all this money while these hoes faking, acting like they love me. I ain't worried.
We're gonna let this rock for a sec.
I don't give two damns. I can give two fucks. I ain't worried about a buster. Steady counting them bucks. Tryna get me a duck. So I can cop me a coupe. No question. Run up on me and my niggas just know we gon' shoot.
Yeah. Bak Blok Podcast. We back again. Got a few things we're gonna talk about today. Hope everybody had a good week. It's been kind of slow. Well, not really kind of slow media week, but it's R. Kelly. I don't even want to start and get into that first. We can still get into some BS first. I probably want to get into Choke No Joke. I don't know if you know who that is, but he is legendary. He used to be back in the Tunnel. Back in the days, it was a club in New York City. But it wasn't a club, it was the club. If you was anybody who was there at their time, at their peak of time, who you name it, they was in there. But he was doing a lot of videos and stuff for Rockefeller back in the days. But he was on Instagram Live and he was going ham talking about Charlemagne and about him being was a alleged rape. I don't even think it was alleged rape. I want to say it was giving alcohol to a minor, and he was just going in on him because I guess obviously he had a conversation with her, and he says he went to the police department with her, sat down while they talked with her, and I'm just wondering how in the hell you get to just sit down and just listen to what they say unless you part of the police. But you know, I ain't gonna call the man the police, but you know, me just thinking in my mind, unless he took her down there as her guardian or someone that she felt comfortable around. Now that I could possibly go with, but I wonder how that connection was made too. At the same time, that kind of baffles my mind. At the same time, but he was just going in on him, saying that he got a 3-year sentence and it was lessened down to something else. And I'm not, don't get it twisted, I'm not defending Charlemagne or none of that. I actually like their show, The Breakfast Club. You know, but if he is guilty, you know, he's guilty. Then I ain't with it. But far as I know, it was just giving drinks to a minor. You know what I mean? And that could be anybody under 21. So, you know what I mean? I can't just get him the fuck out of here just yet. You know what I mean? Not just yet. But I thought that was interesting. But I really did want to wonder, like, how did you get in there? How was you able to sit in there and listen to this conversation? Like, really? Because normally they separate people, or not even separate it, but they let them go in by themselves so they can talk. You know, that's their own problem. Far as I ever seen, you know. But what do I know? And I do want to talk about R. Kelly a little bit, but I ain't want to talk about that as much. I want to talk about more of like mental illness. Like, is that, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to cover up for him as well. You know what I mean? Because I vote, if I don't know, from what I see, just like everybody else, it seems like he is guilty. So, and if that is the case, get him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But he did go to court. He did beat his case. You know, facts is the facts. You know what I mean? But far as behind closed doors, nobody was there except for R. Kelly, whatever girls was in there, and God. Because he definitely seen it all, or seen it before it even happened. So, but I ain't gonna just say that about him. But mental illness, you think that is taking over more than anything? Like, or do you think that people are playing on mental illness? I be wanting to know. I be wanting to know, like, oh, are you trying to beat your case, or so you trying to play mental illness or whatever? And there's so much finessing going on in these days and time, and all this capping and false narratives. So it's like, is this real? Is it not? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's not even up to me to judge. I just look at it and just have an opinion like everybody else. But for the people that do have mental illness, don't get it twisted. I do believe that, that there is a mental illness, and I side with the people that have mental illness. You know what I mean? Like, Like, I feel sorry for you. Not feel sorry like you can't do anything, but I feel for you. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with you if you have mental illness and you're trying to overcome something. If that makes any sense. And I see the God says he has mental illness. I can believe that. He's talking about sniffing chairs and all types of crazy ass shit. Ain't no telling. Joe Budden, he says he has mental illness. I believe that. I might even have mental illness. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? Some people say I'm kind of off. I don't believe I'm off, but, who knows? Damon Dash and Nick Cannon. Now, I don't know if it's me, but Nick Cannon got something against Jay-Z. Seems like to me. Like, I could be reaching for straws, who knows? But how he questioned a question about Foxy Brown. Boy. It really seems like you trying to drag this man into that man's situation. And that's crazy as fuck. So it's like crucify one, crucify all, I guess, huh? And I ain't trying to take it for Jay because I like Jay-Z. Like, I'm a Jay-Z fan. Or maybe I am taking up for him. But, it shit seemed crazy to me. And if you don't believe me, I'll let you hear for yourself.
Foxy Brown. That's why I said it's a whole separate related question, Dave.
What do I have to do with Foxy Brown?
Because the first time I ever heard of Foxy Brown,
now, Dame got something to do with it? Don't beat around the bush. Say what you want
I'm
to say.
just
What do you mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I just asked the question. I just wanted to know.
Hey, Kenyatta.
Kenyatta. I'm just asking.
Why you bring that up? What happened with Foxy Brown? I don't know. What were you saying?
I'm asking the question. I'm just asking the question.
All right, you bringing up something, but it ain't to me.
I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. My name is Cousin Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Oh, no.
That sounds crazy. Like, even from Dame, because even at the end he was like, I feel crazy speaking on another man's business. I respect that about Dame. But that first part, that shit sound crazy as fuck. Like, that shit sound like some ulterior motive type shit on both behalves. I don't think it was on Dame's at first, but I think Dame played into it, and it just seems fucked up when you listen to it in hindsight, especially when, all of them know each other. You know what I mean? But nobody knows the type of relationship they have. Obviously, it ain't like a brotherly. It's just, my brother. Our niggas just calling each other they brother, but they'll still shoot them. That type of brother. But yeah, that shit right there sound crazy as fuck to me. And I don't even really want to get into it because I don't even know enough details to talk about that. And I don't even want to talk about no shit like that because I'll be trying to pull that man into some shit that, you know what I mean, I don't even know no shit about. You know what I mean? Just what we all seen. What we all heard, because we ain't really, nobody even seen that shit at first. A lot of people just heard the songs. You know what I mean? But anyway, Dame did say a lot of good shit in there. I like this shit when he was talking about I don't give a fuck repellent. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, I mean, fucking hilarious. And but it really mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I purchased the can like years ago, and it's like it's a lot of stress on me. I look 10 years younger than I really am. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. If not 7, you got to give me 7 years younger. You know what I mean? Like, cause when you don't give a fuck, it's like it's stress. When you give a fuck and you worried about what the next man's thinking or the next woman is thinking, or you trying to please this person, you trying to please that person, you can really drive yourself insane. And you'll fuck around and be looking old as shit. I know people I went to high school with, man, they look old as shit. You supposed to be in your early 30s or late mid 30s or late 30s. You're not supposed to be looking like you're fucking 57. You know what I mean? Like, take care of yourself. You know, and I ain't even been on no health kick. Don't think like I've been doing health stuff and all that type of shit, because I really ain't. I've been doing like everybody else, eating McDonald's and KFC and all that other bullshit like everybody else, fucking up my body. I just been recently drinking on the sea moss I got from King Erna, which he does the Honor Your Life campaign. I want to salute to him for that. I ordered some. I'm actually ordering some more, waiting on some more to come back. So, like, that's my actually first step to trying to change my health and change my mind and my mentality to something more positive than all the negative that I was doing previously. But yeah, he was talking about boss mentality and loving others before you love yourself. That's something I think I've always done in my life. I've always, even though, like, I know I feel like a lot of times I feel selfish, and I don't know like how everybody else will feel like this, but I feel selfish at times. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have to take care of things for myself, but I've always done things for somebody else with no problem, with ease, before I would do it for myself. You know what I mean? For somebody that I really cared about or love. You know what I mean? Like later in my life, I'm probably more colder, but I'm definitely not the same person. You know what I mean? That don't give a fuck. You gotta don't give a fuck, but still gotta love others before you love yourself, man. You got to, even if it's certain, you know what I mean, certain people, but even the people in the street, you know what I mean. You don't gotta go above and beyond, but for the people that love you, definitely love them back. Definitely show them that you appreciate them while they're still alive. And like, and the not giving a fuck thing is like, I think it's confidence. You know what I mean? You don't have to be so much arrogant. Like, is confidence wrong? Is it wrong to be confident? I don't think so. I think everybody should be confident, no matter what walk of life that you're in. You should be confident. If you're behind a desk and you're just the secretary, you should be the most confident. If you're the janitor and they keep telling you the toilet is keep overflowing, but you keep fixing it, but fix it the best of your ability. You know what I mean? Be confident in that. If you're playing basketball, feel like you're the best. LeBron James says when he brought the championship to Cleveland, and they never had a championship, he felt like the GOAT. Confidence. That wasn't arrogance. That was confidence, because of the work that he already put in, and he just looked back and reflect, and he was like, "Damn, I am a GOAT." Everybody, because he probably keeps seeing you the GOAT, you the GOAT, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. That's all he see when he look on his timeline. You the GOAT, you the GOAT. And he probably never believed it. And when he looked back and and he's still not finished, but when he looked back and seen some of his accomplishments, he was like, "Yeah, I am a GOAT." You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I think that's confidence, and we all need that, no matter what you're doing. Be confident in it. If you're a hater, you're a troll, be confident. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, be confident. I like that. So, you know, You could take that with a grain of salt. Or, I'm sorry, you can make it food for thought or take it with a grain of salt. I'm about to say, I don't even know my own saying. I mean, it sounded crazy. But, and what's so crazy, Nick Cannon, he doing all this and trying to pull that man inside that. Let me go back to that thinking about it. It just made me think about it. You got songs with R. Kelly too. Talking about a gigolo, and you up there talking about not guilty. Him and Jay got a song in there talking about not guilty, and you trying to be funny and shit. But you got a song singing you a gigolo. With y'all gigolo and young girls. And even though you talking about you ain't seen nothing wrong at the video shoot. Come on, man. I don't believe you either. You need more people. Dame back on Leo ass. I don't have to say pause. I'm not gay. Has Leo molested the culture? Like, I keep hearing about culture vulture this, culture vulture that, and they keep going back to Leor. Even if it goes to another name, it still reverts back to Leor. And I don't know if he's a culture vulture. I think he's just a stern business person, and he knows what it takes to make the money. And if it takes the hip hop to make the money more than it takes the rock and roll to make the money, then he's going to take that and he's going to make the money. All the inner workings, I don't know because I'm not there. So I can't talk about that. But from the outside looking in, that's what it looks like to me. Now, he could be an asshole. He could be this. He could be that. And I don't know if he's giving back to these communities that he's taken from. Like every artist that he's doing work with, I feel like whatever city that they're from, I feel like he should be giving back to that community, to those communities, if nowhere else. I know he has to feed his family, but I'm sure his family is well fed for generations. That's my take on Leor. And the labels now is like damn near like obsolete. It's like all the ones that's doing anything are independent. You know, you might have a couple that's on the labels that they're pushing, but that's all. After that is no more. It used to be hella labels. And they used to be up functioning and running. That money was strong. That money not strong. So they shriveled up to a few, and they still all talk and do business with each other to a certain extent. So it's really that small. Even like with these streams and all this stuff, like it's all like, to me, it's like all fake. Y'all doing streaming farms? Really? Like, they got places where they have phones and computers and all this stuff running the same songs over and over and over and over again. And they making the songs, and now that I'm thinking about it, they're making the songs shorter so that they can have more plays in a day. If you can do the math of a 2 minute, 3 minute song, how many times can you play a 3 minute song in 24 hours? You know what I'm saying? And then how much is that a week? And then how much is that a month? And then when they do their yearly thing on Spotify, you got 2 billion streams, 7 billion streams. Nobody's playing that shit all day long. We hip to this shit, man. I don't know who got their eyes closed, but I don't. I'm watching this shit, man. And I'm not connected into this shit. I'm just watching it. I'm a fan first. So if a fan can see it, imagine somebody in the inner workings or the outer workings that can look in and see more of it. But see, you can fool just the regular masses because they're not even looking into no shit like that. But you just, They used to say numbers don't lie, but it's seeming like numbers are starting to lie. I don't fucking like it. I think it's stupid. I think it's disgusting. I think it's fucking up the craft. It breaks my heart because I love music. Like, music is in like my soul. You feel me? I heard a interview with Pusha T where he was talking about he was one of those kids that whatever a rapper said he did or he tried to emulate or be that in his life, put that to a part in his life. I'm also one of those kids. When he said that, I related instantly more than I've ever related to any other artist talking or speaking. It was like, that's me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that. So it break my heart when I hear shit like that. Like, you just faking the game. I know the game. I always knew, like, the game was, like smoky mirrors, kind of fugazi, fake, but it was just a lot of money in it. But that type of shit right there is crazy. You really you just fixing the board. But you know what I mean? You come to play, I guess that's what it is. Business ain't about feelings, ain't about friendship. It's about business. Gotta understand that type of shit. That shit is real. Well, I'm back. Had to take a quick break. So it looked like Treyway is all the way dismantling Alshon Martin with his chain on Instagram, saying that he going for sale for the highest bidder. I guess Shotty took his music down, had his lawyer take his music down. I don't know what that's really all about. But salute to Alshon Martin. Hope everything goes well with you in your music career, though. Free Shotty, if he innocent. I don't want to see no man behind the bars unless you rape somebody or you know what I mean, or mess with some little kids or something, or kill some little kids. Other than that, I don't want to see nobody in jail. So free all them other people. Unless you just a mass murderer and you just can't be around nobody and you just gotta kill everybody, then yeah, keep your ass in there. But everybody else come home ASAP. The girl, damn it, I can't even remember her name right now. I feel crazy. Cynthia Brown, Centoya Brown, something like that. But they releasing her. They never should have gave her 51 years at 16 years old. The man was kidnapping her. Ain't no telling what he was gonna do to the girl. He was forcing her to prostitute and all that type of stuff, man. He might would have killed her after he was done with her. Ain't no telling what a rogue pimp would do. He seemed like he was more like a gorilla and rogue. You got a rogue pimp, that nigga they're dangerous. You know what I mean? That nigga dangerous. But they letting her free in I think August 7th. So definitely shout out to her. She did 16 years in prison. I'm pretty sure everybody gonna look out different shows and different things like that for money to come in for her. So I'm pretty sure she gonna be straight. Like, I'm pretty sure she gonna be straight. So make sure y'all get some M's into her account. Quick like. So definitely salute to you. But I want to appreciate y'all, man, for coming out for the episode 3. Next week we're trying to have Boski he's a Instagram. I ain't gonna call him a comedian, but he's an Instagram personality. He's popping right now in Atlanta. Real funny, but he got a crazy female following. That's all following him. He be fussing with him and talking his shit. So I'm gonna let him come up here and talk his shit. And promote whatever he's doing or got coming up next. But go check him out. It's Must See TV, Boski Live Must See TV. That's what it is. So go check him out on Instagram and show him some love. Tell him that Bak Blok Talk podcast sent you. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming out, and I guess we'll see y'all next week. Holla at your boy.
It's the life that we chose. Me and man, we stick to the code. Yeah. Kill before we squeal. Tryna hustle a meal. Whipping that fish. Or gripping that stick. B's up for the bloods. C's up for the crips. I fuck with the thugs and gangsters that's always on top of their shit. Don't fuck with no lames, I burn your ass up just like a zip. Fuck what you heard, a nigga like me got mine straight off the curb. My bitch on the track, we ran up them stacks, I'm getting it back.
Damn thing. Niggas steady frontin' when them things come out, they don't want nothing. I ain't worried about a damn thing. Getting all this money while these hoes faking